Basically, the chapter this week which we are covering, the chapter which we are covering comprise of comprise of two aspects. One, power. Two, power I taught you already. For Tarnaka students, I'll prepare a separate video and I'll post it. Vertical circular motion. Weekend exams, major focus out of 18 questions, 13, 14 questions will come from vertical circular motion. And vertical circular motion is really very important even in mains point of view. Therefore, this week, what I'll try to do is, I'll try to spare Friday and Saturday for previous mains and previous advanced also. Okay? Chalo. So I'll start with the topic. So now in circular motion, we have detailedly worked on different aspects of circular motion some 3 weeks back prior to work for energy. Majorly, the plane of the circle is horizontal. So the term Z has nothing to do in that particular case. Now, the entire chapter this week, which we are doing with G, acceleration due to gravity, plays a very crucial role in handling the course changing point of the circular path. So we will take a simple circular, vertical circular case. Okay. Vertical. I'll post the notes usually immediately after the class. There is no hurry for you to note this class. I'll post it. Your focus must be strictly on the board. Any level of doubt, any entry level doubt also, don't hesitate. Ask me. Vertical circular motion. Right. Now imagine a situation like this. Now you have projected with some speed u. Remember, here O is the center, A is the base. And remember, this is vertical circle. So G acts vertically downwards. See, the problem with majority of the students is, if you study this as a formula approach, sound is there. As a formula approach, what will happen, you know? You will never gather the concept from this. I'll just see a simple observation. When this part reaches B, after the class, I'll take some students, not regular students. Give me feedback also. If required, I'll modify it further. Right. I always open to your feedback. Now here, when it reaches B, what happens? We will study. First of all, in the process, it has undergone through an angle theta. Now also, this is at some height h. And remember, you already know this. Can anyone in the class, can you please give me this distance? Oh yes, correct. Or cos theta, because OB is R. Very good. Or cos theta. Can you please help me? What is h? Or minus R cos theta. Good. Right. Is there, we are not considering any air resistance. Tension does zero work. Right. Can I apply law of conservation of energy to this situation? How do you know that, or how are you confident about that you are allowed to apply law of conservation of energy? Tell me. You may ask me, sir, what is your nature, sir? You just told, can I apply? We said yes, then you are questioning us why. I need to know what are your points behind which you are supporting this. Tell me. There is no external energy. There is no external force. Don't say weight is an external force. It's a conservative field. Here, earth plus this object together is one system. Earth plus object together is one system. So in this case, what happens? But try to please understand, you are moving from one configuration state to another configuration state. But still the force is conservative force. Tension does zero work. Energy should conserve. And there is no viscous drag, air, etc. All these things. So therefore, energy is conserved. So according to law of conservation of energy, total energy at A is equal to total energy at B. Total energy at A can be written as half mu square, and there is no potential energy here. Why? It's on the floor. Whereas at B, half mv square plus mg or 1 minus cos theta. Right. Now you have some relation. I can make it as v square is equal to u square minus 2mg or 1 minus cos theta. This is one relation. This will help you in writing. This will help you in writing V equation. This will help you in writing the equation V, basically. She is the only girl who is following the class. She is the only girl who is following the class. Don't mind. Yes. Thank you, sister. సినిమా చూసినట్టు చూస్తున్నారా మీరు ఎమ్మెట్ట వస్తుందా కొట్టేస్తే రైట్ లేట్. Can you please help me in writing the tension part here? Tension part, color. Anyone in the class, can you really please help me in writing the tension part? The different forces also I am drawing here. Centrifugal force mu square by L, v square by L, because I said this is V, is also there. And the tension force is there. When you are writing this, should mention an observer here. Otherwise, it is wrong. Yes. Otherwise, it is wrong. Why? That is pseudo force. Yes. Can you please tell me? Can you please give me about the relation for tension? Anyone in the class? T is equal to mg cos theta, that's it, plus mv square by L. So therefore, this is mg cos theta plus m by L. V square means u square minus 2g, or in fact, R is nothing but L here. Length of the rope, radius of the circle. So 2g, area, we will write this as R. We will write this as R. 1 minus cos theta. Agreed. This is the tension. Any doubt? Please ask me right now. One is weight component, mv square by L. So m by r u square minus 2gr 1 minus cos theta. Right. What I have done is mg cos theta, r term gets cancelled, this and that, and that makes 2 cos theta, 2 mg cos theta plus mg cos theta makes 3 mg cos theta, mu square by r same, minus 2 mg. Yeah, now still open. Any doubts? So what I have given totally for small deviation at that point, V, at that point, tension. Right. This is a simple arc path. And I didn't even cross the horizontal reference line. Have you all followed this? Sure. Am I going fast? Right. Anika, our team.
Yes, sir, we have understood.
Right. And the next case is critical speeds. I don't think I will start a single question today. Yes. I will take 4:30 to 5:30 separate class, but not here. I'll take for 10 students there. You work something else. And a record I will post. The moment when you go back to home, you please send it. In this class, I'll go slow. Very slow. Critical speeds. Critical speeds means the minimum speed is required to maintain. Out of all, I have noticed that the sensitive point in the entire path is this point B. VB. If my path survives at B, I can ensure you it will survive at every point. Don't get confused. Because you may say, sir, they are partial. How do you know that only B? I'll prove it now. In this case, mg tension at B pseudo force I think you know why I've changed the color. With respect to that observer. No, at B, see what is the condition for maintaining circular motion at B? Simple. Tension at B must be greater than or equal to 0. This is satisfied. Yes, it's in circular path. Tension is 0. How? What is the condition for circular path? There should be some force that should change the course of direction. If there is no tension, what is that changing the direction of the path? Tell me. Observe చేస్తున్నా. Next. నా వాయిస్ ఎంత క్లియర్గా ఉంటుందో నాకు తెలియదు ఇప్పుడు. అరే ఈసారి నా వాయిస్ నేనే పెట్టుకుంటాను రాత్రి పడుకునే ముందర నిద్రపట్ట పోతే పడుకుంటా. నెక్స్ట్ TB greater than 0 to maintain circular path. So therefore minimum speed or critical speed at B is mvp square by r is mg, which implies vb is equal to root rg. Remember, you are supposed to use the same relation even for a circular road also. Even for a circular road, you should maintain the same. If you are moving with velocity vb, even in such roads also, this is called convex road. So here also vb should be less than or equal to root rg to be in contact with the road. Suppose if vb greater than root rg, what happens? You'll take off. Got the point? No, hold on. I didn't never said tension is 0. I asked you one question. What is the condition for maintaining circular path? You should have some force that should change the direction of velocity. And that is tension force. Tension is not 0. Who is changing the direction of velocity there at that point B? Just before thereafter. Tension. So tension must never be 0 at a B to maintain the circular path. Yeah, you asked me something. Just take critical condition. Ashwadhama, Ataha, Kunjaraha type. You don't know? I'll tell later then. So it is, I am lying unknowingly. Tension never be 0. Tends to 0. So I will never allow more. Here it is minimum required root RG. Root RG से ज़्यादा no issues. If root RG से कम है तो there is a problem. It will not sustain there. A minimum root RG is required. You may ask me, how do you know? Substitute root RG now. TB is 0. If it is greater than root RG, TB is greater than 0. That's the condition. Get the point? Am I clear? You asked a really very good question. No one have the idea. They are by hearting things. You asked a proper question actually. Right. That is how interreaction hona chahiye. Class means. You are listening to me continuously, what will happen? It will become a social studies class sometime later. Right. I have convinced you the condition at B. Suppose minimum root RG I will maintain at the top. Now it is moving. When it reaches point A over here, what happens? Once you give me that clarity, I will apply total energy is a constant. Okay. So total energy at B is the same as the total energy at A. So half mvb square plus, this is 2r height. B is 2r height above A. mg times 2r is half m VA square. So VA square is equal to VB square plus 4RG. VA minimum is square root of VB square plus 4RG, which means root 5RG. I am not cheating again. Now at B, at A, if you project with slightly above root 5RG, what happens? At B, the speed will be slightly above root RG. Circular motion is sustained. At this speed, what is the tension at A? At this speed, the tension at A is mg plus mva square by r. So what is this? mg plus 5 mrg. 5 mg actually. This will become 6 mg. So with the critical speeds, the tension at A is 6 mg. The speed at A is root 5RG. Amta bane undi. Always you like vertical. You are not interested in any other point. Why should I'll take some other point here. Whether I tell here or about this point makes no difference. So we will call this as some D. Okay. Or here, rule is the same. Total energy is constant. Total energy at B is the same as total energy at C. D. Thank you. D. So yeah, a total energy at B is nothing but half mVB square plus mgr. Why I am not writing 2 mgr? Above center it is r height. So total energy at D is half m Vd square, implies Vd square is Vb square plus 2RG. So Vd is root Vb square plus 2RG. Root Vb square means this is root 3RG. When it is running with critical speeds, speed at B root RG, speed at D root 3RG, and speed at A root 5RG. Can I say the tension at D is 0 in this process? Yes or no? Yes, I think circular motion at Dirgudra. No. So what is the tension at D? Remember, it still has some pseudo force. It still has pseudo force. mvd square by r. Therefore, tension at D is simply mvd square by r, which is nothing but 3 mg. Right, chudandra. From B to D, it is 3 mg tension. For D to A, it is a 6 mg tension. So this is about the critical velocities in case of vertical circular motion. And please confirm, do you have any doubt on this? Remember, the moment when I enter into problems, numericals, all these things, by that time, it should be a tip slide for you. Any doubt? Yes. Yeah, ask me. Now my question, as long as you are in circular motion, don't you face centrifugal force, yes or no? What is the direction of centrifugal force? Away from the center. I know, I have understood on the way by movement of your hand. Don't see that she is knocking off the class. Means away from the center. Away from the center, mvd square by r. Right. So the right hand side, only one force, tension in the string. There is weight, it acts vertically downwards. It has nothing to contribute to tension because mutually perpendicular. Any doubts? Boys and girls? Last boy. Any doubt? Ray? No kuda vacha nenu naaku gurtundi. Clear? Nenu anda sloga cheptunnana. అర్థమైనట్టు చెప్తున్నానా? రైట్. అనికా,
Understood, sir, everybody.
బాయ్స్, రైట్. సో నౌ ద నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్, this is the one which I am teaching now is bit difficult. In one page I will close circular motion theory now. But what's all I thought above, two different conditions will stand as basic. I just want to give you clarity. Root 5 RG okay ka? Root 6 RG? Root 5 RG okay ante root 6 RG nothing happens. It maintains vertical circular motion. Root 7 RG. Root 5 RG below point, lowest point. Okay. If you are projecting with a speed lesser than root 5 RG, what happens? అందరూ చెప్తాట కుదురుతుందా? If you project it horizontally at a speed less than root 5 RG, what happens? తప్పు చెప్తున్నాను అన్నమాట, చెప్పకూడదు. సార్ చెప్పేసి ఉంటాడు మీకు. It deviates from the circular motion some point. That is the first observation. Two possibilities are there. If it is not even crossing the horizontal null position, like this is the circular path and you projected here with a speed u. U is less than root 5 RG. See, if this won't even go to this position, for example, I am taking this as A, taking this as a D. Right, this is R. Yeah, please tell me now. Please tell me now. U is less than root 5 RG. At this point, what I can say is, you projected it with speed less than root 5 RG. Now I want to reach just D. Tell me what is the condition. Total energy at D is equal to total energy at A. Half mu square is just mgr. There is no speed kada. If it is u is equal to root 2 gr, it will never cross. U less than or equal to root 2 gr. It will not cross D. But what about tension in the string? No, never be zero. Less than aithe never be zero. Equal to aithe just zero. Tension xt except at D throughout T is not equal to 0. D tension except at D. T throughout is non-zero. Clear? One hurdle is crossed. One hurdle is crossed. Next hurdle, I am projecting with speed u. If u is greater than root what happens? It crosses D somewhere. So I am projecting with what happens? Somewhere here point P, tension becomes 0. At P, tension becomes 0. From there, it deviates from circular path and string ఉన్నట్టు కాదు ఇంకా string becomes slack. It follows some parabolic path. Okay, so these are the different stages involved. So you should commit in order. Otherwise, how it is stored in your mind? Random. You don't store it in order. Now, hereafter, whether it deviates from circular motion or not, how to check? It should be greater than root 2 Rg, lesser than root 5 Rg. What is the problem with root 2 Rg? Even with root 2 Rg, it is throughout circular arc only. Nowhere deviating from circle. It should be more than root 2 Rg, less than root 5 Rg. Right. At point P, assume tension is 0. By that time, it makes some angle theta with the vertical. Radius makes an angle theta with the vertical radius. Vertical, not horizontal. Vertical, because usually we refer theta comfort zone purpose less than 90 degrees usually, comfort zone. Therefore, with vertical, I am taking as theta. At point P, mg theta this is theta, right? I just want to show you that this is a part of the circle. Right. Now, please try to understand what is happening over here. At this point, you will experience a pseudo force mvp square by r, and mg component mg cos theta, and tension component, y component, tension. So tension at P plus mg cos theta is equal to mvp square by r. If Tp is 0, string slacks actually. At that point, Vp square is equal to Rg cos theta. Equation 1. Any doubt? Are we clear? Right. Now what happens at this point P? At this particular point P. Now what is going to happen? I need to find Vp there. Apply law of conservation of energy at A and P. At A, it is half mu square. At P, it is half mvp square plus. Chapani. Mgr cos theta. I have simply applied law of conservation of energy. Fortunately, I know Vp square. So therefore, half mu square is equal to half mvp square plus Vp square I need to eliminate now. This is nothing but Rg cos theta plus mgr cos theta plus mgr. Clear? Are you sure? Now, m cancel. U square is 2Rg cos theta plus 2Rg No, 1 minute. Rg cos theta. Why I'll take direct step? I think you can follow. You are not 3Rg cos theta plus 2Rg. I got a very clear idea now. Cos theta is U square minus 2Rg. అందుకే నేను క్లాసులు చెప్పను మీకు. మీ స్టాండర్డ్స్ చాలవు నాకు. లే ఒకసారి లేను. అది నువ్వు 2Rg cos 2Rg by ఇది వెరీ ఫేమస్ రిలేషన్. ఓకే, నేను ఏమేం చేశాను ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చూడండి. జస్ట్ ప్లీజ్ గో త్రూ. At this point, I've identified the condition for tension 0. To make this tension 0, this is the speed required. Now, applying law of conservation of energy, I've determined cos theta. You know, I can find anything now. Only one point that should store in your mind is base, starting point u square minus 2Rg by 3Rg. That's all. Do you want what height it is happening? Yes. The height when it happens is r plus r cos theta. R plus r cos theta is u square minus 2Rg by 3G. This is nothing but u plus Rg by 3Z. 3Rg minus 2R. ఎందుకు ఆర్ కాస్ థీటాలో కొట్టేసే కదా. అరే ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ కరెక్ట్ నో? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? రైట్. Therefore, the height when it happens is u square plus Rg by 3G. Sir, everything is fine. You are skipping one thing. What is Vp by the way? Come on, man. What is Vp you want, no? Here you have, no? I am not cheating anywhere. Vp is root Rg cos theta. This is nothing but root Rg cos theta is nothing but u square minus 2Rg by 3. Right. So I have given 3 different terms. You know, these are the fundamentals. Okay. So what should be the heading for this deviation from the circular track? So deviation from the circular track is the heading of this topic. Any doubts? No, I don't want to go further, even one single step. Provided if you give me some clearance. Give me some clearance, I'll go further. మెలకుగా ఉన్నావా? ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడగనా? వాళ్ళని తిట్టిన తర్వాత మోర్ యాక్టివ్, అంత ముందు గురించి యాక్టివా? యాక్టివ్గా ఉన్నా. రైట్. సో ఏం ప్రూవ్ చేస్తున్నారు వీళ్ళు? నెక్స్ట్. అరే యార్, దేర్ ఆఫ్టర్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ దట్ we will do on some other day, next tomorrow or next. Because if I do only theory today, what will you practice? Class need that. One 1:30 కదా మనం స్టార్ట్ చేసింది. Till what time is our class? 4, I think, right? No. Now it deviates from the circular track, undoubtedly. So it deviates from the circular track. It may follow any path. It may follow any path. N number of possibilities are there. Sometimes it may go through even this center. Sometimes it goes through to leftwards of the center. Any possibility is there. So because different possibilities are there, our notes to be linked. Pire Racha or Garangi, they print out this. I don't never at the end of the week you should have some notes. Our notes, probably. So that is the path thereafter. Usually this is the parabolic path. Now gradually I will start some models. If I do some 10 questions, what will happen is you will get some momentum. Even you can start your own. I never, I have posted, I have posted 3 assignments here. I have posted three in this. Of course, these notes I have posted. This is one assignment on circular motion. Most of the questions I have given solutions. Why? Because some students are not coming. So therefore, this time I have given some solutions. All these are some 32 questions. Excellent questions. That's not the end. Next. Posted one more assignment. These are very difficult. Very difficult means very difficult. No other alternative. But some questions I have incorporated in the notes actually. That's not an issue at all. And this is the one I have shown, right? Same. Madam forwarded 2 times the same notes. Yeah, it is up to your choice. She will post you, take the printout, do by your own. No. For these questions, I have provided solutions actually. This is another question. Is Jubichana? This is the one which I have shown. Right. From Springs, practice from the revision part. Because these topics are very important. Springs related topics are very important. So I have posted some questions from Springs. For most of the questions, I have tried to provide solutions. All these questions are in my notes actually. I have done all these questions for past students. Like these 10, 12 students and Karnaka. All these questions I have done in class. They are in my notes actually. Okay. So basically I have posted 2 assignments. Along with my notes, you please parallelly do that, but study material never miss. Level 1, level 2 questions never miss. Right. Back to right. Yeah, try this. My target is at least 10 questions. Small ball attached with one end of an inextensible thread is moving in a vertical circle. Ratio of its minimum to maximum velocity I didn't understood. Can you please help me? What is the meaning of minimum and maximum velocity? This is the circle. What do you mean by minimum and maximum velocity? Can you please answer? I can hear you. So far. At top and bottommost. Bottommost speed is high. Topmost speed is minimum. So usually if this is V1, this is V2. Usually V1 is high, V2 is low. Given V2 is 2 times V1. This is given. Right. Calculate the tension in the thread and acceleration of the ball at that moment. I know the tension here at this point is T1 given by mg plus mv1 square by r or L, whatever, no issues. At this point, mg T2 mv2 square by r. Right. Any doubt? No, 1 minute. Let me write. T1 is mg plus mv. अरे नहीं तो तप ऐसा है मेरी में सोलह. The mistake is V1 is 2V1. V1 is 2V2 actually. T1 is mv1 square by L and T2 is mv2 square by L minus mg. One more important point, you can conserve energy at these 2 points. Total energy at 1 is the same as total energy at 2. Student, just because that you know some formula, can you solve this? No. Never see advanced questions like that. You should spend some time for analysis and then do. Right. Now T1 refers to total energy at 1 is simply half m v1 square. Total energy at 2 is mg 2l plus half m v2 square. But you have given v1 as 2v2. So m 4v2 square by 2 minus mv2 square by 2. I'm just using this relation over here. Identama 2mgl. Tell me, this is 3v2 square is 4gl. Implies v2 is root 4gl by 3. I have done v2. I have done v1 also. Now what is v1? Now with this I can write v1 as 4 times root gl by 3. So I have got the values of v1 and v2. Thereby I will get the values of t1. T1 is mg plus, I need out, please tell me. 1 minute. 3v2 square by 2 is 2gl. 3v2 square is 4gl. 1 minute. This is already 2mgl. Okay. 8gl by 3, correct? Oh, can you say already? 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'll do it. I'll do it here. Till here, there is no issues for everyone.
Yes, sir.
So this is going to be correct hai kada? Correct hai kada? So V1 వచ్చేసి why? Because this is 2 times root GL by 3, right? What is T1? mg plus mv1 square by 2. 16 times. అంతే కదా mv1 square. mv1 square. What is v1 square? 16 ZL by 3. 19 mgl by 3. mgl ఎందుకు వస్తుంది ఇంకా రాదు ఇది. T1. T2 is T2. mv2 square by L. mv2 square by L is nothing but 4 mg by 3 minus mg. What you will get? So you should get, right. Calculate the tension in the thread and acceleration of the ball at the moment when when the velocity of the ball is directed vertically downwards. మీకు ఇంకో విషయం చెప్పనా? I never, I did not even entered into the question. I did not even enter into the question. Then why you teach all these things? And దీనికోసం separate question ఇస్తారండి మీకు. Now, in this question only I'll teach all. Now I'll get I'll enter into the question. Are your maximum part to the question? I have done. Maximum part of the question I have done. You require V2 and V1 anywhere. Okay, you know they want to hear. Fortunately, this is V3. You want 1 point, right? I have gained a lot of things here information. T3 is nothing but mv3 square by L. So how do you get mv3 square L? Half mv3 square is equal to half mv2 square plus mgl. Law of conservation of energy at these 2 points. This one plus this one. So now tell me, half mv3 square is half v2 square. V2 square is 4gl by 3 plus mgl. This goes 2 times 5 mgl by 3. You want mv3 square by 2 is this. You want mv3 square by L, which is nothing but 10 by 3 mg. They asked only this actually in the question. I have given tension at 3. I given tension at the base point. Given a tension at the topmost point. Here, I just want to just check. Just please help me. What is T1 minus T2 here? 19 mg by 3 minus mg by 3. Same irrespective of velocities, the tension difference between the lowest point and highest point is always 6 actually. Wrong. You are conserving total energy at 2 different points. You should say total energy at point 3 is equal to, right. Right. Total energy is included. No issue. No, yeah, if that is the criteria. Half mv3 square plus mgl is equal to half mv2 square plus mg2l I would have written. When I am applying law of conservation of energy, I am taking that point as the reference, above which kitna height hai, that I will take. Okay? Got the point? Right. Next, any doubts? ఇవే డౌట్స్ అమ్మాయి బాగా అడిగింది యాక్చువల్గా. మీకు అక్కడే డౌట్ వస్తుంది, అది వెయ్యాలా వద్దా అని. సో షీ ఈజ్ ఆనెస్ట్లీ ఆస్కింగ్. ఓవర్ ఏ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ యూ విల్ ఇంప్రూవ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. నెక్స్ట్, ఫార్ బెటర్ దాన్ సమ్వన్ స్టాండింగ్ అవుట్. రైట్, I've done. Question is done. Right. It's a simple question. Next question. All these blue colored are simple questions actually. Remember, your problem starts when I deal the next level questions. Yes, will you try? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Try, no issues. Bad is the custom. Empty rating acting onwards. I don't know how to make this clear also. Should only cause connectivity down. Try this, everyone. Don't start there. You cannot do this work because of some reasons. ఈ షీట్స్ 18 pages ఉంటాయి మ్యాక్స్. I posted this yesterday only. So if you get these questions, you will have spaces. The spaces you will know, that is your notes. Instead of writing the question again. After 4 weeks, what Karnataka people and these people will do it after 4 weeks. They will make that as single spiral. The other one, suppose if I am discussing initial questions, exclusively those questions he will make it on this out. And when you make spiral, but you add assignments also along. Yes, we'll get into the question. See, you released it, you already know anything that is released from here. Anything that is released from here at this point By the time it reaches, it will have root 2 GL velocity. No, sir, you are cheating. At that point, MGL is the total energy at A. What is the total energy at B just before it hitting the Nile? Half mVb square. So VB is root 2 GL. Till this point, there is no question. It's an easy question actually. The moment the bob strikes the Nile, no, this is the only part that will be considered as vertical circular motion. And all these parts, let this be some point P. You said that this distance is D. This entire length of D is of no use. It won't rotate. It's fixed as vertical. The portion L minus D alone will rotate about P. That too, like this. హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్కి ఒకసారి ఇంకొంచెం గోరువెచ్చగా ఉండొచ్చు. రైట్, అలా గొడవ చేస్తారు కదా, వైర్ అట్లా అలా వచ్చేస్తుందని. This will make some circular motion at that point. What do you want? You want to complete the vertical circular motion, right? What is now you need to see thereafter? Tell me. You need to see only a pendulum of length. You need to see only a pendulum of length that L minus T. Okay, a pendulum of length L minus T to make complete vertical circular motion at the bottommost point. What is the minimum speed required? Just now we taught root 5G length. 5G L minus T. But actually this is root 2GL. You derived here. You have clearly derived here. Yes or no? Now you square on both the sides, you get 5G L minus D is 2GL. Happy to do this. 5L minus 5D is 2L. Clearly D is 3 by 5 times L. 1 minute. But Japandi, this implies 3L is equal to 5D. Implies D is equal to 3L by 5. నేను ఇందాక ఇది కాదా రాసింది. మరి ఓహో మీ అందరికి 5L by 3 వస్తే మీరు చేసిన తప్పు నేను చేయాలి అంతేగా. All of you have done mistake and you wish me to do the same mistake. Are you following, my dear? Sure. I don't see that glare from your face. నాకు ఫ్రెండ్ అడుగు అర్థం అవుతుంది. Forcibly she is saying us actually. After the class you ask. Right. Clear? B option is done. Right. Are idanతా మీరు చేసుకోగలరు actual. If D, this is 3L by 5 means 0.6L. If D is equal to 0.6L, find the change in the tension just after it touches the nail. If D is equal to 0.6L, just before what is the tension? just before. Just before means just before striking the nail. అదే ఉందండి, ఎంజీ ప్లస్ ఎంవి స్క్వేర్ బై ఎల్. ఎంజీ ప్లస్ వి స్క్వేర్ ఈజ్ 2gl కాబట్టి ఎంజీ 2mg. Now just after striking the nail, mg plus you want this one to be vertical circular motion, antega? ఒక్క నిమిషం. 2m mv v square is 2gl. Just after, you said that velocity is just sufficient. Okay, what do you want? If d is equal to 0.1, అరే వాడు అడగాల్సిన పద్ధతిలో క్వశ్చన్ అడగల. దేర్ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఈస్ ఆఫ్టర్ స్ట్రైకింగ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద టెన్షన్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ this point and this point. We already identified delta T, lowest to topmost is always 6 mg, irrespective of length of the pendulum. If the question is this point and this point, if the question is just before, just after, there is no change in the speed. So that remains the same. Right. You ask me, how do you know? I have seen the answer here, so I have corrected the question. Any doubts? Are we clear? Yeah, one hand, right? Just be standard, I can see you. Irrespective of the velocities, tension difference between bottom and topmost point is always 6 mg. Always. I proved that 2 times here. Yes. A block is tied to one end of a light string whose length is L, whose other end is fixed to a rigid support. The block is given a speed of √7gl/2. √7gl/2 అంటే మన భాషలో చెప్పండి. అసలే ఫార్మల్ గుర్తుండ రూట్ మోర్ దాన్ √2rg. So it will cross that point, but it will not cross till the top point. So somewhere it will lose the tension and it will follow parabolic path from circle. Find the height, speed at which any farmer side. It's the most enjoyable moment from your side. ఏంది ఇలాంటి ఫార్ములాస్ వచ్చేస్తాయి. h is equal to u square plus rg/3g and vp బాక్స్ వచ్చే కానీ నాకేందే. అయ్యారు ఫార్ములా చెప్పండి. h is equal to u square plus rg/3g. u square means 7gr/2 plus rg/3g. ఇది 9/6. 9/6 are find the height and speed at which the block leaves the circle. Speed కావాలి. Anything wrong in this? Speed. Speed ఎంతరా? u square minus 2rg/3 under root. u square minus 3rg or 2rg by 3a. Any doubt? Ask me. Clear? U square 7ZL by 2. 7ZL by 2 minus 2LG here by 3. Here 2 to the 4, 3 cancel. How much is this? Root y 5ZL. वो 3 है नीचे 3 कैंसिल हो जाएगा ना. GL by 2 అంతే కదమ్మా. See, this is 7 minus 4, 3GL by 2 by 3. 3 cancel. Clear? Root GL by 2. But still any doubts? Ask me. Don't see with the key. I haven't done any mistake. I just block is tied to one end of the light string of length L, whose other end is weight. The block is given a speed of root 7 LGBA from the lowest position. Same. Find the height and the speed at which the block leaves the circle. Also find the maximum height to which it rises finally. Unfortunately, I require cos theta formula also. Cos theta is U square minus 2RG by 3R. U square is 7ZL by 2 minus 2LG by 3LG. What is this? 2 and 4. Same ఇదే వస్తుంది మళ్ళీ. Cos theta ఏమో వస్తుంది అది. LL క్యాన్సిల్, GG క్యాన్సిల్. ఇంకేమొస్తుంది 1/2 వస్తుంది అంతేనా. కాస్ థీటా పక్కగా అంటే థీటా 60 degrees. అరే డోంట్ థీటా 60 degrees, రైట్. Uttered 60, written 30, but I am sure I am correct. Why I will explain. This is 60, this is 30 degrees. Now you know VP here. VP. This VP will have two components. One is the horizontal component by A30 to A30, which means this is also 60. So from here you said that it follows a right, that's the parabolic path. This is the expression for maximum height of parabola. What is the expression for maximum height of the parabola? Here VP square sine square 60 by 2G, U square by 2G. VP is GL by 2. Square is GL by 2. 3 by 4 by 2G. ఎందుకురా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ అని నాకే వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. 3L by 16. ఇందాక ఎక్కడో హైట్ ఒకటి తెచ్చుకున్నారు. అరే యార్, దిస్ హైట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్రెడీ H. వాట్ ఈస్ ద టోటల్ హైట్? H plus H max. 9L by 6 plus 3L by 16. 3 times, 2 times. So 16 is the LCM. 20. అగండే మీరేం చెప్తారు, మళ్ళా తప్పు అంటారు. 16, 8, 8, 3, 24. 24 plus 3, 27. సో 27L by 16. ఇప్పుడు శాపినాక అక్కడ ఆన్సర్ ఇక్కడ ఆన్సర్ ఒకటేనా? ఎట్టా చూసిందో తెలుసా నా వంక? నీ బంధు అన్నింటిని చెప్తావు. అక్కడ ఆన్సర్ వేరు, ఇక్కడ ఆన్సర్ వేరు అన్నట్టు చెప్పావు నాకు. అంతే కదా. 27L by 16, వేర్ ఇస్ ద ఆన్సర్? 9L by 6, root GL by 2, 30, 60. Nowhere you are touching 27L by 16. That's what that might be running in your mind. Maybe you are not expressing. Now I have expressed you all everything clearly. Right or not? ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పండి. I have used the theory here. but I have adopted something more in this question. What do you expect is straight substitution questions that you may get in mains, not in advanced. Got the point? Sure? Chalo. Yeah. Why don't you try this? Try this. I'll give you 3 minutes time, not more than that. 3 minutes. Don't write the question. 3 minutes. Entire 3 minutes will take by writing this, copying this question. Don't copy a single question. నాకు ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ రిసెప్షన్ పల్స్ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు అయిపోయింది అనుకోండి, పాఠం అయిపోతుంది. నేనేంటంటే చాలా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి మంచిగా ప్రిపేర్ చేసే టాపిక్ బాగా లోయెస్ట్ స్కేల్స్లో మీకు ఎక్కించే ప్రయత్నం చేయాలని ఇంటెన్షన్స్తో చెప్తాను లెసన్. ఐ టీచ్ లైక్ దట్. వాడి పొగరు కాకపోతే కోర్ డీన్ వచ్చి పాఠాలు చెప్పే బ్రాంచ్ ఇప్పటిదాకా ఏది లేదు హైదరాబాద్లో. ఒకవేళ చెప్పిన నా స్థాయి టీచర్స్ ఎవరు లేరు డీన్స్లో. డీన్స్లో టీచర్ లెవెల్ టాప్ పెయిడ్ నేను. నా దగ్గర టీచర్లు నేర్చుకుంటారు, నేను వచ్చి పాఠం చెప్తున్నాను. మీరు ప్రతి మినిట్ యూజ్ చేసుకోవాలి, లేదా ఎంకరేజ్ అన్నా చేయాలి కనీసం. మీరు రండి రోజు చక్కగా వింటారు. మాట్లాడటం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? నాది ఎప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది అంటే ఒక సంవత్సరం అయిపోయిన తర్వాత సెకండ్ ఇయర్ రివిజన్ స్టేజ్లో తెలుస్తుంది. నేను సీనియర్స్ని పిలిపించి వెళ్ళిపోయిన పిల్లలు వాళ్ళు వచ్చి వాళ్ళకి చెప్పేళ్ళ తర్వాత నుంచి ప్రతి ఒక్కరు వచ్చారు, మీరే క్లాస్ చెప్పాలి సార్, మీరు అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఇచ్చినవన్నీ చేస్తాను సార్, మాకు రిజల్ట్ వస్తుందా. ఇప్పుడు మొదలెట్టారు. సెకండ్ ఇయర్లో వాళ్ళు మొత్తం ఒళ్ళంతా తగలేసుకుని వాళ్ళు ఎలా ఉండేది అంటే, ఆ ప్రాకార్ సారు చక్కగా లెవెల్ 1 లెవెల్ 2 సరిపోయేటట్టు టీచింగ్ చెప్పుకునేవాడు. అంతా వినేటప్పుడు ఇంతేనా పాయింట్ ఇవేనా అనేటట్టు ఉంటుంది. వేట్లో 4 క్వశ్చన్లు దాటి చేసేవాడు. ఆయన ఏమని చెప్తూ ఉండేవాడు అంటే, మొదటి నుంచే ఆ డిఫికల్టీ ఫైనల్ అయ్యేటి డిఫికల్ట్ వేరని చెప్తూ వచ్చాడు. వెళ్ళిపోయిన పిల్లలకైతే తేడా తెలుస్తుంది కదా, ఫైనల్గా రాశారు కాబట్టి. వాళ్ళు వచ్చి నిన్న పద్ధతిగా చదువుకోండి, ఇప్పటికైనా కష్టమైన క్వశ్చన్స్ డీన్ సార్ చెప్పినా అదే ఫైనల్గా ఎగ్జామ్లోకి వస్తాయి. ఆయన ఇన్ని క్వశ్చన్లు చెప్తే అవే వస్తాయి ఫైనల్లో, చక్కగా చదువుకోండి అని చెప్పాడు. పిల్లలు వచ్చి చెప్పాడు. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి తెలుస్తుంది. మీరు చక్కగా ఫస్ట్ నుంచి నేనే చెప్తాను, మీరు ఎంత యూస్ చేసుకోవాలి. డిస్టర్బెన్స్ సోర్స్ ఉంది, వెళ్ళిపోండి మీరు బయటికి, లేదా ఆ పక్క క్లాస్లో కూర్చోండి, పోయి మోడల్ బిలో కూర్చోండి. మిమ్మల్ని ఎవరు వద్దన్నాడు సార్? నువ్వు మోడల్ బిలో కూర్చోండి, చదివే 25 మెంబర్సే ఉండండి క్లాస్లో, నాకేం ఇష్యూస్ లేదు. 30 మెంబర్సే ఉండండి, ఐ హ్యావ్ నో ప్రాబ్లం. బట్ యూ షుడ్ నాట్ డిస్టర్బ్ మీ కదా. నేను వాళ్ళ వరకే ఎందుకు చెప్పాను చాలా కాలం. ఇలానే ఉంటే అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాను నేను చెప్పను. మళ్ళా వేరే టీచర్ వస్తారు, నేను చెప్పాను కదా యాక్చువల్గా ఆయన వస్తున్నారు, రేపు ఎల్లుండే వస్తారు. మేముంటే కదా నాకు కాల్ వచ్చింది. అవునా? రైట్ రైట్, ఓకే ఫైన్, నో ఇష్యూస్. చూసే వినేవాళ్ళు మీది ప్రాబ్లం, నాదేం భయం చెప్పండి. అంత మునిపిలా వచ్చావా? Assume that is the sub point here. As well, why you took theta? Or what kind of motion it is? Circular. So what variable you will take? Theta. If it is a translational motion, you will take xy. Right. At this point, let the velocity be vb. Agreed? Now, total energy at A is the same as total energy at B. Now you will take this line as the reference. So what are the energies at A? half mv square plus mgh. Actually, can you please help me? What is h? R minus r cos theta. Is half mvb square. So vb square is v square plus 2rg 1 minus cos theta. Right. At this point, this will experience a weight mg. Don't forget, there is a theta. So in this direction, mg cos theta normal reaction. So normal reaction is mg cos theta minus, because you know mv square by r is also this side, mvb square by r. Agreed? Boys and girls?
Yes.
As a function of some theta. Right. Now n is mg cos theta minus mvb square by r. mv square by r minus 2mg times 1 minus cos theta. Any doubt till this point? ఎక్కడ డినామినేటర్లో ఆర్ ఉంది కదా, ఆర్ క్యాన్సిల్ చేసేసా. రైట్, అంతా బానే ఉంది. ఎస్, one minute. Don't worry, I'll teach this again. Exclusively this part I'll teach it again. What happened? One minute. అది దీనిలో మార్క్ annotate వల్ల వచ్చింది. I have substituted now what is that you are getting here? This r and this r gets cancelled. Minus 2mg minus of minus, so plus 2mg cos theta. This will become 3mg cos theta minus 2mg minus what is that? I have prepared a general equation. Get into the question now. Find the normal force between the sphere and the particle just after the impulse. ఇంకేముందని everything just after the impulse. Just after impulse. Normal reaction is, what is normal reaction? Theta is equal to 0. Put theta is equal to 0, what happens? This will become 3mg minus 2mg mg. So mg minus mv square by r, because theta is equal to 0. Done. Normal reaction 0 కావాలంటే కండిషన్ ఏంటి? n is equal to 0, v is equal to root rg. Done. I told you this at the beginning of the class itself. Velocity becomes root rg, it will take off. Right. Assuming that the velocity v to be half of the minimum calculated in part B. Find the angle made by the radius through the particle with the vertical when it leaves the sphere. Sir, and sir, I have the condition. Now you want what? Now in this condition, color change. Right. At this stage, normal reaction 0. 3 mg cos theta minus 2 mg minus. ఇప్పుడు v square ఏం రాయాలి నేను? Half of this అన్నాడు. rg by 4. Yes or no? అరే, find the angle made by the radius through the vertical when the vertical half of the minimum calculated. So now r cancel. Finally, this is 0. 3 mg cos theta minus 2 mg by 4 is equal to 0. 3 mg cos theta minus 8 minus 1, 9 by 4 mg is equal to 0. ఇది కూడా పోతుంది 3 times. So cos theta is 3 by 4. Theta is cos inverse 3 by 4. Suppose if they ask an angle, you should say cos inverse 3 by 4. Otherwise, it is wrong. What you will do, cos theta 3 by 4, you will search for answers. Right. Adugama. Yeah, you can ask me, no issues. Free. This is clear for you? Yeah, you given that condition to me. In the question, you have given the condition. V to be half the minimum calculated in part B. Part B, you calculated this. Half of that means 1 by 2 times GR, root GR. Square of that means 1 by 4 GR. అసలు half the maximum అని అనకుండా ఇంపల్స్ రూట్ ఆర్జీ ఉందనుకో, నార్మల్ రియాక్షన్ అక్కడే చేయి, అంతే, థీటా 0 అని. అండ్ జస్ట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద ఇంపల్స్ పైన ఉంది కదా, ఇక్కడే ఉంది, టిప్ మీద. రైట్. ఎనీ డౌట్స్ బాయ్స్ అండ్ గర్ల్స్? అరే వాడు వెంటల్లా తలకాయ ఊపుతున్నాడు, దట్ నాట్ లిజనింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ point mass, a similar question. Everything is similar. The only difference is you release it, not with some impulse, just release it. Half the question is the same. Since you are given impulse, you just release it, just left it like that. We will call this as A and we will call this as B, but I will do bit faster now because you're habituated to this. Right. Can you please give me what is H? H is clearly R times 1 minus cos theta. First question, change in potential energy is mgh. This is the mgr 1 minus. If they ask change in potential energy, I should write minus mgh because it coming from height to lowest point. So minus mgh. What? Find the change in kinetic energy as a function of time. Change in kinetic energy is nothing but negative of change in potential energy. Why? Total energy is conserved. Total energy is conserved. So therefore, this is nothing but plus mg or 1 minus cos theta. Done. Next, find the radial and tangential acceleration as a function of angle. Now, what is the velocity at B? Can you please tell me? Kinetic energy at B plus potential energy at B is potential energy at A, because at A kinetic energy is 0. So half m VB square plus VB square is equal to mgr 1 minus cos theta. That we know. Difference of potential energy. అదే కదా ఇప్పుడు మనం కట్టింది, రైట్. గెయిన్ ఇన్ కేఈ ఈస్ ప్లస్ ఎంజిఆర్ 1 minus cos theta. So VB square by R is 2G 1 minus cos theta. కంగారు పడకండి. Now this is the sphere. When you are here, velocity is B. And this makes an angle, right? This makes an angle theta. And remember, why I have written VB square via our intention. Centripetal acceleration is always, hold on. Centripetal acceleration is always VB square by R. And that is nothing but 2G times 1 minus cos theta. Now here you have mg theta. Along the tangential direction, the only force is mg sin, only force is mg sin theta. So therefore the tangential acceleration is g sin theta. Now you please come to me. Find the radial and tangential accelerations as a function of angle. I have clearly given that. Radial is 2 VB square by R, which is nothing but 2G times 1 minus cos theta. Tangential acceleration is g sin theta. Find the angle at which the mass flies of the normal reaction. You want that condition where now here you have normal reaction N, you have centrifugal mv square by R and mg cos theta component here. A normal reaction 0 means mvb square by R must be mg cos theta. We have mv square by R value right here. 2g times 1 minus cos theta is g cos theta. G cancel. 1 minus cos theta is cos theta by 2. 3 by 2 cos theta is 1. Cos theta is 2 by 3. Implies theta is cos inverse 2 by 3. Any doubts? Find the angle at which the mass flies off given, cos inverse 2 by 3. If there is friction between the mass and hemisphere, does the mass fly off at a greater or a lesser angle than it impart? Actually, you see, for that theta, mv square, the condition mvb square by r is equal to mg cos theta is not the condition, not sufficient. You require more velocity and more angle also. Instead of here, maybe it may leave the contact over because vb speed is not same as a smooth. So ఈ స్పీడ్ వస్తే స్పీడ్ కూడా కావాలి కదా మీకు. In friction, speed will not grow as same as on smooth. So the speed necessary to take off may happen somewhere over here. So higher speed, higher angle also. So therefore, theta should increase, v should increase. Only then the normal reaction tends to 0. Right. Next question. Try this. Anika and team following.
Yes, sir.
Can you try this? Particle M is kept on a fixed smooth sphere, radius R, at a position where the radius through which the particle makes an angle of 30 degrees with the vertical. The particle is now released from that position, which means you are released from here. Just release. What is the force exerted by the sphere on the particle just after the release? This is mg. This is theta. This is mg cos theta. And this is normal reaction. So therefore, actually, you are asking me about normal reaction, which is mg cos theta, which is nothing but root 3 by 2 mg or cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Any doubt? Clear? You are not listening. Are you listening? I'll ask you a question in this now. Stand up. You only. Recording in progress. Right. Then first part is done. Find the distance traveled by the particle before it leaves the contact. We assume that portion is theta with respect to vertical only. That is convenient for you actually. Now at this point, it has some velocity. By the way, we need to find theta, and this is a very problematic. Array, we'll take this as 0 reference. What is our initial height? H1, final height actually. H1. If this is theta, this is theta. What is H1? H1 is R cos theta. When it is here, what is H2? H2 is R cos 30. Correct? Yes or no? What is that? If this is theta, I said this is theta. This will become R. What is this part? R cos 30. And root 3 R by 2. So loss in potential energy is gain in kinetic energy. And the specialty about this point is it will lose contact. mg cos theta mv square by r, normal reaction. So n is 0. So n is 0 means అంటే వాడికి కూడా ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చెప్పకూడదు మనం. The condition for normal reaction 0. mv square by r is equal to mg cos theta. And don't forget this, v square is rg cos theta. This is true almost for all the cases. Have you noticed that? Now, loss in potential energy. Now, what is loss in potential energy? mg root 3 by 2r minus mgr cos theta. Gain in Ke means half mv square cos theta. So, array, happy to cancel this, right? Aruguda, everywhere you have. Good question, na? This one. 2 వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ 2 cos theta plus cos theta. 3 cos theta. Cos theta is 1 by 2 root 3. Find the distance traveled by the particle before it leaves contact with the sphere. Angle cut distance. అదే ఉంది. They want this arc part. What is the formula for length of the arc? L is equal to radius times angle. Radius into, can you please help me? What is the angle? Theta minus 30. So you got already the value of theta. అరే ఇక్కడ 2 వచ్చింది ఉండదు కదా. You are not responding girl that time. You are responding now. I was forced to do 2 mistakes here. You would have corrected me at that time only now. My notes would be neat by that time. Any doubts? Clear? ఇలా చేస్తే కదా మీరు హయ్యర్ ఆర్డర్ మీరు ప్రమోట్ అయ్యేది. ఒకే ఫార్ములా, సింపుల్ ఫార్ములా. ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ 10 courses, what is of use? You can do by your own. Chalo, right. Next question. Did you notice that I never maintain the same repetition of questions? In each question, I am enhancing the level of difficulty or bringing a new concept. Ante, that's all. Even in exam also, you will get like that only. Otherwise, how you will do? Are they allowing calculator? Right. Anika and team, followed?
Yes, sir.
అండ్ ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్కి తీసుకుంటున్నానమ్మా నేను ఇక్కడ, అందుకు మీకు చెప్పట్లా. ఇక్కడ అక్కడ అంటే టైం అవుతుంది నాకు మాట. మీకే ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. భావన వింటుందా? రైట్. హన్విత్ రైట్. రైట్. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. Block on the loop shown in figure slides without friction. At what height from A it starts? Hey, enladappa condition నాకు చెప్పండి. You released from here. What should be the velocity at this point C so that your condition is achieved? That's all. At C, what should be your velocity? Forget about the left half of the question. To maintain vertical circular motion, what is the condition required? VC root 5 RG. But if you apply the conservation of energy across AC, this will become root 2 GH. Yes or no? Right? That's all. And number 2, you want it is reaching B. That's what they are asking you. The radius of the loop is R. What is that they want to find? At what height A it starts so that it passes against the track B. Even you can apply total energy at A is same as total energy at B. And total energy at A is mgh. Total energy at B is, you know, here it should be root RG speed at least. Otherwise, it won't make half m RG plus potential energy mg to R. Two conditions. You want R? Or here from this, you will get, from this what you will get? H as 5/2 R. Yes or no? Use that H over here. mg 5R/2 is mgr/2. అన్నీ ఎలా వస్తుందా? 1 minute. No, you need to, the radius of the loop is R. You need to keep H only. 1 minute. You need to keep H only. You don't require this. No doubt అడిగితే one step లో రాసేస్తా. Super. Please ask like that. Please ask like that. You have released here. It has reached here. What height from A it starts so that it passes against the track at B with a net upward force equal to its own weight? Thank you. Good question. Now I will go in depth. At B, what happens? VB mg normal reaction mb square by R. You said normal reaction is mg because net upward force equal to its own weight. That's what you said. mvb square by R 0. How is that possible? Such a case, 1 minute. At what height from A it starts so that it passes against the track at B with a net upward force equal to the track on B with a net upward force equal to its own weight. Net upward force. Oh yeah, this block is moving all the way like this. Okay. And yeah, and reaches B. This is a track like that. At what height from A it starts so that it passes against the track at point B with a net upward force equal to its own weight. Weight is acting downwards. Pseudo force mv square by R, mvb square by R. Somehow I am not convinced. That's what I'm taking. No. N. You are doing this problem in rotating frame. In a ground frame, the real forces are only normal reaction and weight force. So net upward force is N minus mg. This is the net upward force. And this they want it as mg. N is 2 mg. Use this in this relation. Ask me. Pardon? Yeah, obviously. See, this block will exert the normal correct. Right. We are working on, thank you. That's how I lost. I'm doing wrong this question, a very elementary level question. Because of loss of focus. You are doing with velocity V. Very good. On this, weight is a downward force. Normal reaction is also downwards. And this balances mv square by r. This is in a rotating frame. So on the track, n is the only upward force. That's all. On the track, at what height from A it starts, please try to understand. Again is the track at B with a net upward force equal to its own weight. It is exerting a force N upwards on the track. Is he saying that N is mg or something else? N is the only upward force on the track. MJ, come on, mg is acted on the block. mv square VR is acted on the block. But the only force of interaction between the block and the track is N. The block exerts a force of N on the track vertically up. Therefore, according to me, yes, there is no friction. Because you stand. One stand here. The moment you stand on the smooth floor, still you are experiencing an. No. Here, mv square by r is so high. It's more than the weight. So the block will press force on the roof. Some people you do vertical circle, vertical scottering, in exhibitions and all that. What is he doing? He's pressing the vertical circle on the top. So therefore, in this case, N is mg. Means 2 mg is given in the question. In this case, 2 mg is mvb square by r. cancel. vb square is 2rg. Now, apply law of conservation of energy. H minus 2r times mg is, at this point, you are comparing half m vb square. mg H minus 2r is a half m vb square. So mg cancel. So H minus 2r is r implies H is equal to 3r. Anika and team, any doubts?
No doubts.
Okay. Any doubts in this class? Good application oriented question actually. Next. Block is released from rest at the top of an inclined plane, which later curves into a circular track of radius r as shown in the figure. Find the minimum height h from where it should be released. I show that it is able to complete the circle. The easy question. What is that they mean? You release whatever the height, what velocity it should bear here? Root 5 RG. I'll leave you exactly at 350, another 10 minutes. I'll give you 10 minutes break. Okay? Tarna customers మీకు కూడా రూట్ 5 RG. మరి ఏంటో అర్థమైందా అర్థం కాలేదా? ఎలా అక్క రూట్ 5 RG చెప్పు. రాస్తే తలకాయ ఊపేస్తున్నాను నువ్వు. టెల్ మీ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ రూట్ 5 RG.
బాటమ్ మాక్సిమం
Critical conditions ప్రకారం it should make root 5 RG to maintain vertical circular motion. Therefore, చూడండి ఇది 2 cases. In this case, as well as in this case, in both the cases, situation is the same. To maintain vertical circular motion, you require root 5 RG at that point. So mgh is half mv square. So 5 mrg by 2. Therefore, h is equal to 5 by 2. Any doubts? So all these are elementary questions only. You can't even imagine the level of difficulty which I will be dealing thereafter. The moment I cross 2 days, so L, whatever the practice questions and all that you should do now only. You are back to home. If this is considered, this preparation is done here itself, what you will do at home? You will work on the practice questions of volume. Right. Now you see another question. The cabin is moving upwards with a constant velocity, constant acceleration g. Yes, sir, g అయితే బాగా Hold on. A boy is standing in the cabin, wants to whirl a particle m in a vertical circle of radius L. Calculate the minimum velocity that should be provided at the lowest most point with I don't want to listen anything in my world of the lift. What is G effective? For us it is Z. For him, he is moving with an acceleration Z up. So for him, G effective is G plus A, which is nothing but 2G. Now do the entire problem in his world. In his world, in circular motion, maximum velocity is root 5 or Z effective. At this point, root RZ effective. So therefore, what is the velocity here? Root 10 RG. What is the velocity here? Root 2 RG. Okay, na question. If you see this question in my world, simple. We are very thankful that this question, the acceleration is upwards. If the acceleration is rightward or leftward, it's a difficult question. That also we will deal. In that case, the definition of vertical circular motion will change. And that I will deal. Suppose I marchipothe, someone please remind me. Any doubt? Okay, so what should the criteria be? Should be patience in reading. Suppose this question I didn't taught. For example, same question appeared in the exam. Moving with A up? No, I don't know. If you do like that, you cannot crack this question. Imagine you are in his world. What makes the big difference? In the place of G, we'll have 2 zeros. Right. Next question. Figure shows Anika and team. Have you followed?
Yes, sir.
Right. Varun. Right. Figure shows a block of mass M is pushed against a spring of spring constant K fixed at the left end and is then released. Block presses the track. Block presses the track with a force mg when it reaches point P. Rokkani saganra. Last week, e week combine this. I know only one data at this point of time. At point P, అరే అక్కడ మాట్లాడుతున్నట్టు నాకు అనిపిస్తుందిరా.
అదే
Anika, some disturbance is happening. Tell me who is disturbing the class.
సార్ ఒకరి తర్వాత ఒకరు బయటికి వెళ్తే డోర్ ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు డిస్టర్బెన్స్
ఎందుకు వెళ్తారు వాళ్ళకి ఏం వైరం వచ్చింది?
అంటే క్లాస్ 3 దాకానే సార్. సో అందరూ వాష్రూమ్స్కి వెళ్తున్నారు సార్.
Right. See, try to please understand. At this point, velocity is upwards, say like this. At this point, pseudo force is mvp square by r. And that is the normal reaction. You are pressing me with this force, so my normal reaction is that. And you said that is mg. Given n is equal to mg. Therefore, mg is equal to p square by r. So vp square is rg. Sir, who asked you this? What is that they are asking you? Compression. This is the velocity at immediately after releasing V. And from here till here, it moves with speed V. Thereafter, speed changes. Okay, if I can find V, is that okay for you? Law of conservation of energy. Half mvp square plus mgr is half mv square. Half mvp square. Vp square is rg. So mrg rg by 2 plus mrg. నాకు ఇది ఒక చిన్న ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది. జస్ట్ ప్లీజ్ రిమెంబర్, స్మాల్ ఆర్ క్యాపిటల్ ఆర్స్ రాంగ్ తీసేస్తూ ఉంటాను. సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ క్యాపిటల్ ఆర్, స్టార్టింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఆర్, సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఐ విల్ గో ఫర్ స్మాల్ ఆర్. జస్ట్ ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ గెట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్. half mv square. So half mv square is clearly 3 by 2 mrg. Can I ask you, where do you got half mv square? That's what, yeah. Where do you got that kinetic energy? Potential energy of the spring. So therefore, potential energy of spring is nothing but half mv square. So half. You want what? You want initial compression in the spring. Half kx square is 3 by 2 mrg. So x is root 3 mrg by k. That's the deal. Any doubt? Pakka? Sure? Everyone in the class? Right. Okay, as promised, I'll give you break.